welcome to King's Football Show. Big up to each and every one of you today. The Premier League is finally back. Today is the first game of the season. How is everyone doing? How are you feeling today? Are you excited for the first game? Arsenal versus Crystal Palace. It's going to be a good game. So, as you am I still having audio issues? Sorry. Uh, Let me change mic 1 second. Can you hear me better now? Let me know if you can hear me. For some reason, I've been having some audio issues. I think I need to get a new mic or something. But yeah, big up to each and every one of you who've tuned in today. Today is deadline day for FPL as well. So yeah, how excited is everyone for the new season? Let me know. Put it in the chat from a scale of 1 to 10. How excited are you? For me personally, I'm so excited. I'm really looking forward to the new season. I think that Arsenal will do well. So, and I think we're going to have a good season. Um, I think we're going to see a very competitive season. We're going to see, teams like City, Liverpool, Tottenham, Arsenal, United, Chelsea. They are going to have a good season. And I think even teams like West Ham, they've done some good signings. Aston Villa have done good signings. So in general, it's going to be a good season. And for me, I'm looking forward to it. And also, today, as everybody knows, don't forget it's deadline day for FPL. Make sure that your teams are ready. Make sure that the captaincy is correct. Make sure that the bench order is correct and enjoy it. FPL is a game. Enjoy the game, have fun. Some weeks you will do well, some weeks you won't do as well, but it's all part of it. And that's why it's so fun. And yeah, I'm really excited. And I don't know how many times I've changed my draft. I've lost count, honestly. Even today, I think I've changed it like 2 or 3 times. But uh, I think I'm happy with the team now. And I'm going to reveal it to you guys soon. But what's the mood in the chat? Are you locked in with your FPL team? Have you made some changes? If you got any questions, let me know. I'm here for you guys today. And I'm also going to drop the link for the stream if you want to come on. Today is Friday. Today is just a vibes thing. If you want to come into the chat, if you want to have a chat, if you have any questions, let me know. And I'm here for you guys. So I'm gonna drop the link now. There it is. So anyone who wants to jump onto the stream for a few minutes, you are more than welcome to do so. So let me see if I can bring up my team, my final team. And yeah, if you want to copy me, feel free to do it. It's all right. I believe in myself, and I know that I will have plenty of time to make different teams during the season. So I always say this, yeah, you don't win FPL in the first few weeks. So because of I know that you don't usually win FPL in the first few weeks, I just try to come up with a few differential drafts, just have fun, enjoy it. At the end of the day, it is a game. It is a game that you're supposed to have fun. I think a lot of people forget that sometimes and they take it too serious and it affects their mental health. And that's not the point. That's not the point with FPL. Not for me anyway. I don't know about you guys, but for me, that's not the point. And so I'm going to show you guys a draft. It's not my final draft, but I'm going to show you guys a draft and let me know what you think about it. So this draft is Raya in goal, got Trent, Matthew Cash, Robertson, Diaz, Salah, Sancho, Bailey, Saka, Jesus, and Kane is one of the drafts that I've made. And I've thought about this draft a lot. I like it, but I also have another one. And I think the other one is actually the one that I really want to go for. And then we will see. I'm so excited to see what the Arsenal boys are going to do. I think that Jesus and Saka are going to do well. I think Martinelli will do well. And I think a lot of people are also sleeping on Gabriel. I think last season he was the highest scoring defender, and he's still not a very popular pick. But that can also be because of a lot of people are focusing on Saka, Martinelli, and Jesus. And I can't blame them because I've had all three in my draft for big part of the season. I've moved away from it because I do feel like it is a bit risky to have three players, especially three attacking players from one team, because you never know, if Arsenal only score one or two goals, which isn't impossible against Crystal Palace, then you're gonna have maybe one of your two attackers blanking, and obviously we don't want that. We want to do well. So let's see what is everyone saying. I'm going to bring up your comments as well, and big up to all of you who've tuned in. Today, as I've said, it's a vibes thing. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna relax. It's Friday, and we're gonna enjoy the first game of the season. What is your prediction? Let me know your prediction for Arsenal versus Crystal Palace. It's interesting to see what opposition fans think about Arsenal. Let me see the comments here. Big up to each one of you tuned in. Big up to Talk. I hope you're well. Big up Matt. I hope you're well. And Talk is saying 4-0 to the Arsenal. Wow. I would love that. I would love that. Matt has gone for 2-0 to the Gunners. I think 2-0 is more realistic, but listen, if Talk is right and we smash them 4-0, I'm gonna be a very happy man. I can't lie. I'm gonna be so happy if we manage to do that. That would be amazing. First game of the season away towards Crystal Palace to win 4-0. Wow. That would be amazing. And I'm also very excited to see, the starting 11 for Arsenal. Let's see who starts. Is Saliba gonna get his first game for Arsenal? I think so. I think he's deserved it. I think he's shown in preseason how good he is and what he will add to the team as well. So hopefully Saliba starts. He's gonna have a good season, I think, for us, and that's gonna be very, very interesting. So let me see if I can get you another draft, which I believe will be my final draft. Let's see here. And how confident is everyone with their draft? Are you happy? Do you want to make changes? Do you have any questions? As I said, if you do have any questions, let me know, and I'm here for you guys. I'm here to help and support you. That's why I do this. I like FPL. You all know that. I'm very passionate about it. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. So, guys, this is what I'm thinking. Probably my final draft. So it's Ramsdale in goal, Trent, James, Robertson, Lamptey, backline. So differential here is Tariq Lamptey. I know that a lot of people have not jumped onto him, but I think he's gonna have a good season. And the midfield is Salah, Saka, Bailey, and Foden. And the reason why I've gone with this midfield is because Mohamed Salah is the obvious one. Everybody know how good he is, and he's the FPL king really. When it comes to Bukayo Saka, he had a very good season last season. He is on penalties. He's looked sharp. He got to link up with Jesus already. So for me, I think he's gonna have a good season. I like what I saw from Phil Foden in the Community Shield, and I know it's a bit risky, but I like to play FPL a bit risky. I like to have fun. I don't just want to do template, even though I think it's important to not be afraid, but this is my thoughts. And the attack, I think Gabriel Jesus, everybody owns him. And some are on Kane, some are on Haaland. For me, the reason why I've gone with Kane is because I know that he's gonna play 90 minutes. I don't really rate Southampton's defense. He scored 5 goals during preseason. I hope that he will blank. I hope Tottenham lose, but I do think that Harry Kane will score goals, and I do think that he will score maybe a few against Southampton. And Gabriel Jesus, the star man himself, I actually wanted to captain him. I'm very close to make him my captain, but then again, Mohamed Salah, first game of the season, he always scores. Ever since he joined Liverpool, he scored on the opening day. So that's an important stat as well. Don't forget that. So for me, Liverpool against Fulham, I can't go against him. I really can't. But I would love to captain Gabriel Jesus. And if he outscores Salah, I'll regret not captaining him, but I understand why. So Matt Thornton have gone with Sinchenko, Gabriel Saliba White for the back four. Yeah, I would start that back line as well. I think Saliba deserves to start, and I think a lot of people are underestimating Ben White. They think that he's not gonna have a good season. I actually disagree. I think he will have a good season. I think he'll do well for us. Sorry guys, it's so hot. I needed something cold, so I got an ice cream. It's so hot today. But yeah, it's Friday. The sun is out. Arsenal have managed to buy players before the season starts. Surely, this time around, we are going to win. It's written in the stars. I know that Sky Sports know that Crystal Palace is a boogie team for us. They are the home team. Friday night, the lights are out. But I'm confident. I can't lie. Maybe 5 minutes before the game, if you ask me, I might be nervous, but I'm confident. I really am. And also, I think Martinelli is going to have a good game. I don't rate any of Crystal Palace right back. I think he's going to have a very good game. Where I think Crystal Palace will be dangerous will be obviously Saha. He always turn up against Arsenal. We know that. And then for me as well, SA. SA is a quality player, and we have to make sure that we mark him. Him and Saha have looked good for Crystal Palace during preseason. But in general, I'm confident, guys. I can't lie. I think that Arsenal are going to win. I would say 3-1 Arsenal, but I would love for us to keep a clean sheet. And no disrespect to Crystal Palace. I rate them. They had a very good season last season. Patrick Vieira surprised a lot of people. A lot of people were saying that he was one of the favorites to get sacked. But as you can all see, he's a very good manager and he did well, especially at home. At home, Crystal Palace are a good team. They really are. So let's look into some of the stats with the players that I've picked. Let me see here. I'm going to share my screen so you can see it. And if you want to know the stat for any team, let me know. I will pick them and I will show you the stat for them. Yo, big up social as well. Big up to everyone who's tuned in today. He's saying 6-1 Arsenal. Listen, social. If Arsenal win 6-1, yeah, uh, Tariq has agreed to do an OnlyFans just for you. So yeah, Tariq, I bet you're nervous now, aren't you? And also big up to Will, Peony, and Moss. They're going to the game. They're going to watch the game live. There's a few people from the community that are going to the game. So I hope you guys get a good game. It would be wonderful if Arsenal win the game. So yeah, let me share with you. Let's see. Going to share my screen here. Yeah, and so let's see. Let's go. So what I've done here is the price or the points that Fantasy Football Hub have predicted that the players are going to get for the first 4 game weeks. So the number one midfielder they have is Luis Diaz, and because you can only have 3 players from one team, I went with Robertson instead because I don't know how nailed on Luis Diaz is. So I want to monitor that situation. But he's a very good player. If you picked him, I'm sure he would do well. But I'm just a bit worried because Salah is the only one who's nailed. Nunez is gonna play, but Nunez can play centrally. He can play on the wing. Firmino is gonna play. You know, Diaz is going to play. Jota when he's back, he's going to play. Carvalho is surely also going to get minutes. So I'm not sure how nailed on Diaz is. And in FPL, minutes are king. The more minutes you play, the more likely you are to score a goal. And appearance point, bonus point is as well is based on how many minutes you play and how interactive you are in the game. So the second one is Bukayo Saka. His predicted points for the first 4 game weeks is 20.9. The third one is our star boy Martinelli. His predicted points is 20.6. And the fourth one is Coutinho. They predicted that Mason Mount. They predicted that he's going to get 19.2 points for the first 4 game week. So that's the prediction that Fantasy Football Hub have. And as you can see after that is Coutinho, Grealish, Odegaard, Trossard, and Kulusevski. I actually had Grealish in my team, but I really, really wanted to have another. I really wanted to have Phil Foden, and I'm not sure. Like Grealish is a good player, but he's not the best FPL assets. Let's see what is Social saying. Social is laughing. He's saying, "Got my team sorted. 15 times the charm. I will show you later, King." Yeah, and guys, if you don't want your team to be revealed on the live stream, you can just DM me. If you have any questions, I'm happy to help you. You know, I love this game, so if I can help anyone or give you any tips, I'm happy to do it. It's not an issue. Yeah, so let's look at the strikers. Let's look at the strikers that they predicted will score a lot of points. If we go to the strikers now, the highest scoring striker for the first 4 game week is Harry Kane. They've predicted that he's going to get 27.1 points, and that's an average of 6.8 points per game. So they based this on stats, data, XG, predicted minutes, and that's how they concluded the amount of points they think they will score. So you can see they predicted that Kane is going to play 90 minutes every game. Haaland, they're saying on average they think he's going to play 82 minutes. And yeah, you can see that, especially Haaland coming to a new league, learning the new system. And Alvarez being there, it's looked very solid. And City can also play with Foden at top, with Grealish at top, Kevin De Bruyne. But yeah, his predicted point is a bit lower, 26.3. Third is Gabriel Jesus, the star man, Arsenal's new number nine, coming from Man City to Arsenal, only 8 million. The predicted point is 21.3, and they think he's going to average 85 minutes. The fourth one, who is a bit of a differential, is Jamie Vardy. And I've said it before, I think that Jamie Vardy could be a good differential. They've predicted that he's going to score the same amount of points as Jesus, and we know that he's a proven goal scorer. Their fifth choice is Ivan Toney. 19.5 points is his predicted points, and they think he's going to play 90 minutes. Another one who's very nailed on. And then we got Welbeck at 18.9, Wilson 18.1. And then we have someone that I wasn't expecting to be this high, and that is Nottingham Forest talented player Johnson. And they predicted that he's going to score 18 points. So Nottingham Forest's first four game is Newcastle, West Ham, Everton, Tottenham. So yeah, interesting, interesting. And then we can see Watkins, and Mbeumo, Havertz, Darwin Nunes, Bamford, Mitrovic, etc. So as you can see, guys, the players that they think will score most as centre forwards are Kane, Haaland, Jesus, Vardy, Tony. That is the top five. Now let's look into the defenders. So Trent, I, I think no one is surprised to see Trent at top. His predicted point is 25.5. And this is why I've said that if you've gone for big at the back with four defenders or five defenders, I'm not against it. Honestly, I think it's very good. It's very good. Let me read the comments as well. I've captain Salah. Is that wise? Yeah, Mohamed Salah is the best captain option. He has the highest scoring predicted points for this week, so you've done well. Hey, big up Statman Stubbs. Thank you for tuning in. Evening mate just popped in to say hi. I hope you're well. I've liked the stream. I'm very well, brother. Thank you for tuning in. Guys, you know the deal. Make sure you like, share, and sub to the channel. What social saying? I've had Tony, but I wasn't sure how Brentford would get on this season. Yeah, me too, me too. I haven't had Tony. I'm going to monitor him. I might jump on him later. I do think he's a good centre forward. I think he will score goals. But I have to see how Damsgaard settles in the Premier League. I think he's a good player. He's shown it before. He's a Danish international, but maybe it will take time for him. And I think Eriksen is still a big loss. So I'll see. Now let's see here. So we got Trent number one, Robertson number two. I got both in my teams. So if they're right, I'll be a happy man. They got Cancelo as third option, Reece James for Van Dijk, Chilwell, Diaz, Matip. Guys, you can see the trend. Chelsea, Liverpool, and Man City assets are very good to have in FPL if you're going for defenders because usually these three teams keeps more clean sheets than any other team. And in FPL, if you keep a clean sheet, that means 4 points. Then obviously, if we play 90 minutes, that's another 2 points. If you add an assist to that, wow, that's when it starts to skyrocket. That's another 3 point. And then if you get your bonus point, that's another 3 points or two or one. So one goal return for a defender and you're looking at 12 to 15 points. So that's why they are so popular and score so many points. So let's see. Outside them, we got Luka Dean and Sinchenko. So Luka Dean for Aston Villa, he's on set pieces. He takes corners. He takes free kicks. Aston Villa's opening fixtures are very tempting, and that's why I have Bailey in my team. So they are playing against Bournemouth. Bournemouth got a lot of injuries. I've said it before. Target Bournemouth. The second team is Everton, Crystal Palace, and West Ham. So they have very good fixtures for both attacking players and defending players. So I would not blame anyone for choosing Aston Villa defenders. So Matthew Cash, Luka Dean are good assets for defense. In midfield, I would say Bailey, Coutinho are good options, and at top, I would only look at Watkins. Zinchenko, Arsenal defender, the predicted 79 minutes, 17.2 points. Yeah, and then Chalobah, and after that, they got my man Tyreek Lamptey. The stats are not lying. They predict that he's going to have a good season. He's rested. They've monitored him. They've managed him very well. So hopefully he would do well because not a lot of people own Lamptey. So I'm happy to see him so high on the list. And then we got a Spurs player Romero. Then we got Donk. Then Gabriel. And yeah, Gabriel last season was the highest. He scored more goal than any other defender. So yeah, he's a good option. Saliba as well at 4.5. He's a good option. So yeah, guys, that's some stats for you. If you're unsure who to choose, who you should go for, the stats are there. And I'm also going to show you the goalkeepers as well as I've shown you the other players. So why not? Let's look into the goalkeepers. The predicted point for the first four games. Let's see here. Oh, what happened there? This is not goalkeeper. There we are. So we got Allison at top, Edison second, Ramsdale third, Loris fourth, Mendy fifth, and then let's see, we got Sanchez, Martinez, Nick Pope, Pickford, Sa, Gaita, and Raya. So yeah, let's look at how many points they are predicted to get. So Allison highest with 18.7, Edison second 17.6, Ramsdale third 16.8. So the goalkeepers that cost 5 million or less, Ramsdale is predicted to get more points than any other goalkeeper for the first four games. And the thing with Ramsdale as well, why he's a very good FPL option is that he gets a lot of saves, and the more saves you get extra point as a goalkeeper. I think for every three save, you get 1 point. So if you make three save, it's 1 point. If you make six save, it's 2 point. And if you make nine saves, it's 3 points. And obviously, the more saves you get, the more bonus points you get. And because he has so many progressive passes, Ramsdale is good on bonus points as well. So if you are looking or unsure to which goalkeeper to go for, but you don't want to spend 5.5 million, I think Ramsdale is a very good option. Edouard Mendy as well is a good option. Chelsea have good defending players, and they've just bought Koulibaly, they bought Cucurella. So even though they've lost Rudiger and Christiansen, I'm not sure it's a downgrade with Koulibaly and Cucurella. I rate them both. I think they're two good players. Let's see how long it's going to take for them to integrate to this new team. And then you got Sanchez at 4.5 million as the highest scoring defender. And then there is also uh, Martinez, Pope, Pickford. But yeah, if I'm you guys, try and get one of these. Let's look at goalkeepers that are priced from 5 million downwards. Don't spend too much money on goalkeepers. So yeah, it's Ramsdale, Mendy, Sanchez, Martinez, Pope, and Pickford. That's the goalkeepers that they have predicted to get more points than any other goalkeeper. So it's going to be interesting to see. Yeah, Social have sent me his team. I'm not gonna read it out, but I'm gonna have a look at it. If it's a good team, but if I'm you, I would change Odegaard and McGinn to Martinelli and Bailey. I think they will outscore them too, but otherwise it's a solid team. I like it. It's a good team. Well done. I like it a lot actually. Think you're gonna do well with that team. Well done. Nah, yeah. Nah, I'm not gonna laugh. You know, I'm nice. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. So it is what 2 hours left until the game kicks off, and it is 1 hour left until we get the starting 11 for the games. So that is going to be interesting to see as well. And today I'm doing a watch along. I'm doing it on Crab's channel, so you will see me there. I'm doing a watch along for the Arsenal Crystal Palace game. I'll also jump on Steven's channel as well. I was going to do one, but I was like, you know what? Because they invited me and a lot of people helped me and come onto my show. Who am I to turn them down as well? So yeah, hopefully with a win. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see here. Let's look at some more interesting stats for FPL that I think is good to consider when you're picking your players. And for the players that I've shown, if you don't own any of them or you don't own a lot of them, then you should really consider it because the stats is important in FPL. It's something that people who maybe are new to the game don't look into a lot. But I look into stats, and I think if you want to have a good season, then stats are important to look at. And let me look at how many points. So for the first 4 game weeks, Salah is predicted to get 30.8 points. And it's not impossible, honestly. And that's why if you have Salah in your team, captain him. And if you don't have Salah in your team, make sure he's in your team before deadline because he is the best FPL asset. And the thing is as well, yeah, because so many people own him, even if he doesn't do well, it won't have an impact on your rank because so many people already have him. So if with Salah now and with Jesus and with Trent Arnold, if you own them or just just keep them. If you don't own them, I would advise you to jump on them because if you don't own Salah, for example, yeah, and 90% of the players who has him has captained him, if he does well, you're gonna have like 4 or 5 million fantasy players getting a lot of points from Mohamed Salah. Meanwhile, you don't have him, and your rank is gonna die, honestly. So for me, I look into all of these things, which players are highly owned, which players do I think will do well. It's important. It's important to look into it. So Salah is the highest scoring midfielder. Then we got Son, Kevin De Bruyne, Sterling, Diaz, Saka, Martinelli, Bruno Fernandes, Mason Mount, Jared Bowen. These are the highest scoring midfielders. So you would ideally at least want two of these players in your team. If you can manage to get more, even better. But I have two of them. I think that with the season as well, we want to monitor, we want to see before we make our final decisions. And as well, don't forget, because it's World Cup this year, we got three wild cards. And what does that mean? It means that you will get three opportunities during the season where you can pick a whole new team and you won't lose any point. It won't cost you anything. So I'm thinking like this. The first international break will be in game week 8. So that's probably when I will use my first wild card. Then the second wild card is the World Cup wild card. So I will use that after the World Cup to see which players are back, who's played a lot of games, who's looked tired, who got injuries. So that's when I would change it. And then at the end of the season, I will probably use the last wild card at the end. Don't be afraid to to do some different things this season because you got three opportunities to really switch up your teams, and you still got the other ships left. You still got the bench boost, you still got the 1 week where you can just change your team and get it back. So that's good. Let's see. What big up Ruben. Thank you for tuning in. Martinelli, James, Trippier, or Saka, Robo, and Neko Williams. Wow, that's a tough question. I would go with Saka, Robo, and Neco Williams because I like Nottingham Forest fixtures. I think they will do well. I think Robertson is a very underrated asset. I had him last season and he really helped me to get a good season. I did better than 99.5% of everyone who was playing FPL in the world. So yeah, I would go, but either one is a good trio there. If you go with Martinelli, James, Trippier, it's not bad. But I just really rate Robertson, and Saka is on penalties as well, and he looked sharp during preseason. So I would go for that trio. Let's see. Here's a question: do you think FPL is about people showing how much they know ball? Maybe sometimes for some, but I think it's more. Yeah, obviously, people when I started to play FPL, I was really bad at it because I thought it was about football knowledge. It wasn't until later on I understood that it's more about not being biased, looking at a lot of football games, but also look at stats. Stats are important in FPL. So the players that we predict will score points can be very different from the players that are doing well on stats on paper. So if you want to do well on FPL, you need to do your research. You need to watch games. You need to take out your bias. I'll give you an example. Yeah, when I started to play FPL, because I didn't like Bruno Fernandes, I didn't used to pick him because I didn't rate him as a footballer. But just because he's not a good footballer doesn't mean that he's not a good asset for FPL. And I think a lot of people struggle with that. Like players that they don't like, they will naturally not pick them. But for me, it's like now when I understand that it's not about being biased, it's not about supporting a team, it's about who do you predict based on the information you have will score you more points. So Harry Kane is a perfect example. I'm an Arsenal supporter and I want Tottenham to lose every game they play. And I don't want them to score goals. But that is my emotional view. But predicting that Harry Kane will most likely score against Southampton and therefore pick him is different from wanting Harry Kane to score and then pick him. So as soon as I learned these things, it's changed my view on FPL a lot. Yeah, but luck is part of FPL. Like you, Whoever wins FPL, whoever finish in the top 10,000, you need to have luck. So, for example, like if you pick a differential captain one week and he scores a lot of goals, and I pick a captain that been scoring a lot of goals, but the next week when he's my captain, he doesn't score. I've been unlucky because based on stats and form and opposition, the player is doing well, but that doesn't mean that he would do well for the next game. And this is why no matter how much we watch games and read into stats, luck is part of it. You cannot do well in FPL without luck. So you need to be lucky with the players you select. You need to be lucky with injuries. You need to be lucky with captain choices. All these things is part of it. And if you understand that, whenever you don't do well, if you know that you did everything right, but it didn't go well, then you can back it. So for me, that's the way I look at it. Is there a place where we can see previous season winners for FPL? You mean? I'm going. Yeah, I think yeah, there is. I'll get it up for you. I will. Big up Ed. Thank you for joining the stream. I managed to squeeze in James, Trippier, Cancelo, and Trent. I had that. I had that defense. I did, but then I switched from Grealish to Foden, so I couldn't have that backline. But that's a very good backline. I think Trippier is gonna do well. I like him. He's on set pieces. He's on free kicks, so he will get assists. He will get goals, and Newcastle look good in defense. So that's a solid backline. Well done. Yeah, I agree. Awesome. You have to put in Nico. Nico is my fifth defender. Oh, for real? Yeah, I think Nico is my fifth as well. Let me see. Let me bring up my team again so you guys can see. Yeah, here it is. Yeah. So Nico Williams is my fifth defender. So my defense line is instead of Cancelo, I got Robertson. Well, we got James and Trent both, and I also got Lamptey as well. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, keep dropping them. I'll read them and I'll answer them as best as I can. I've messed too much with the pep roulette nonsense. I annoyed me every time he didn't play an obvious player. Yeah, I know. Listen, for me, I understand that it's always a big risk to choose Man City midfielders because he can pick Mahrez, he can pick Grealish, it can be Foden, it can be Alvarez. But because of Jesus and Sterling has left, I think there's a bigger chance that Foden will be more nailed on. And to be fair, as long as Foden wasn't out in the nightclub or wasn't injured, he was starting most games for City when he was available. And I think he's gonna have a very good season. But instead of Foden, there's good options. You can go with Luis Diaz. He cost 8 million. He's a good option. You can go with Mason Mount. He costs 8 million. He's also a good option. James Madison is a good option. At one point, I even had Jadon Sancho in my team, but because he's had a virus and now that Antonio Martial is injured as well, I felt like I'm going to wait with Manchester United attacking players until we know how they're doing. So yeah, let me see here. Uh, let me look at my team by the way. Guys, it's just 13 minutes left for the first uh, FPL deadline day is over. So make sure that you are happy with your team. Make sure that uh, you've everything locked up. Make sure the bench order is correct. Your captain pick is correct. These things can be easily missed, and you can have a mare. I'm actually. Let me see. I'm just gonna check my team as well, guys, just to make sure that everything is. as it should be. I think. Let's see. Yeah. mm, let's see. So my team is locked in. I've made a few changes to it. I'll show you guys soon what I've done. And now I'm not gonna change it again. And I'm just gonna go with what I have and hope for the best. I've checked my captaincy, vice captain. I've checked the bench order as well. And the reason why this is important is because if your bench order is wrong and you pick a player and one of your players get injured, the first player on your bench comes on. So whatever points he scored is the point you will get. Do you think Foden will start enough in Premier League? Yeah, I do. Maybe I'm a bit naive with Phil Foden, but I think he's gonna start a lot of games in Premier League, and I'm going to stick with him. Let's see, it might bite me, it might not, but I know that it is a high risk, high reward with Phil Foden, and I'm willing to do that. So let me show you some team news. Let's see what news is out there for you guys that can be relevant for the FPL. Bailey's a good freelancer, especially at the prices. Yeah. He is, and I like the schedule. Like for me, I don't know if you heard this before, but Bournemouth got so many injuries, Ed. So I'm going to target them. I'm going to try and have as many attacking player as possible that faces them without, you know, being stupid. So you can see here, yeah, with Bailey and Aston Villa, they're playing Bournemouth, shaky defense. The game after that is Everton, another shaky defense. Obviously, Crystal Palace are quite solid, and then they're playing West Ham. West Ham is a good team, but they concede a lot of goals. So I'm thinking about owning him for the first 4 game weeks, and depending on how well he does, I will either sell him or I will have him on the bench. Because after Arsenal and Man City, I like this. I like Leicester's defense is shaky, Southampton defense shaky, Leeds defense shaky, Nottingham Forest. So I might even keep him up until game week 10, depending on how well he does. And remember, guys, like no player is going to score points every game. Is trying to predict the players that when they will score game, and then try and make understand as well that if you pick the player based on stats, form, and eye test, give it a few games before you jump out of them. Who names a kid Phil? Well, Foden's parents. Thanks, Ed. Yeah, I like the lineup as well. Jesus is the most owned player ever in FPL for game week one. Amazing. 8 minutes has to be done. Yeah. I like the, and the thing is as well, Ed, is that the other the other striking options are like with similar prices are like players like Ollie Watkins, Callum Wilson's, Ivan Tony, Patrick Bamford, and it's like, do you want to pick one of them or do you want to pick an asset, Jesus who plays for Arsenal, who's going to start every game, who looks so sharp? So yeah, that's why I think a lot of people have jumped on him. Yeah. As you probably missed that, but yeah, I did mention that before that there's an extra wild card this season in FPL. So don't be afraid of going. That's why I've gone a bit differential this season, Ed, because I know that if it doesn't work out, I can use my wild card quite early. And if it does work out, because I've got so many low owned assets like Lamptey, Foden, Bailey, all under 10%, I'm going to do well. So I can, and you don't lose FPL in the first weeks. I know a lot of people get reactionary when they play the game. They panic. They see a red arrow and all of a sudden they want to change the whole team. Patient is king, and hits cost a lot of points. So let's look at the team news. Let's see what Vieira have said. So let's look at Palace. The opening games is against Arsenal. I'm just going to show you where I am so you can see what I'm reading. Uh, Let me first get my team off the screen, and then I'm going to show you. See Crystal Palace, Patrick Vieira. What has he said before kickoff? Let's see. So the Gunners will help Palace open the Premier League campaign on Friday night, boosted by the recent signing of Gabriel Jesus, Alexander Zinchenko, and Fabio Vieira. Vieira's made it clear that Palace are expecting a new and tough test. It will be a very complete different game. I agree to that. He said in preseason conference, I think with the new players they have in the squad, of course they are a better team. They had really good games during preseason. I think they are in a better place than last year. And I have to say I agree to all of that. The new players they brought in, they are much stronger. They have the squad to challenge and be closer to the title. Yeah, I mean I can't really disagree with that. Let's see if we get any injury updates from Vieira. Let's see. Finally, the man shared a fitness update on the end of the summer. So yeah, this is important for FPL. So James McCarter will not be part of the squad today. James Tompkins will not be a part of the squad as well. Mikel Olise is a couple of weeks away. So if anyone wanted to jump on Olise or you have Olise in your team, he's not fit for the game. We're also going to look at what Arteta have said and if he's given us any updates on injuries for Arsenal game. Let's see. Now you can see here on the injured players, three out of the four players, Tomiyasu, Smith Rowe, Tierney, Vieira, are going to be training this afternoon. And from what I've heard, don't take this 100%. Tomiyasu, Tierney, and Vieira have been training with Arsenal yesterday and today, and the player that is still out is Emil Smith Rowe. So Martinelli, Saka means that they are more nailed on now that Smith Rowe is out, and we know that the manager don't really favor Pepe that much. So I expect them to play a lot. I expect Jesus to play a lot, and don't be surprised if we'll see Jesus and Eddie atop at some point during the game, either against Palace or later on during the season. So yeah, that's good to know. And what is he saying about the new season? I think we're all enthusiastic. We had preseason that we wanted. Yeah, I agree. It was well organized. We had good results and good performances and good preparation. And that's true. Arsenal have had some good results during preseason. They've had some good performances and they have good preparation. So really, there's no excuses why we cannot do well against Crystal Palace. But now the ball starts to roll to tomorrow evening, which is today, in a completely different context against a Premier League team, and we know what to expect there. But it's true, we are with a level of energy and ambition to have a successful season, and we have to show that on the pitch tomorrow night, which is today, guys. So yeah, I have to say I 100% agree with everything Arteta said. It's now down to each and every one to show what they are about, you know. Arsenal have to show today that they are ready for the new season, that they made some changes, that the players that they bought are going to have a good impact on them, and we have to try and win this game, guys. There's no excuses anymore for Arsenal, and I do think that we will win. I really do. I'm excited for the new season, and I think most Arsenal fans are. Obviously, there are fans who are still very skeptical about Arsenal. There are fans who are still very skeptical about the squad, about the manager. They don't. They're not happy with the signings. They don't really rate Arteta. But at the end of the day, Arsenal, it's a new season. We got some new exciting players. It's Friday. For me, I'd rather be happy, excited, looking forward to the game, be in a good mood than being moody. At the end of the day, I don't know about you guys, but I've missed the season, I've missed being able to watch my team play, watch proper football, watch Premier League, play FPL. I've missed that part. And now that it's back, I rather, start the season looking forward to it than, being pessimistic about it. That's the way I look at it anyway. But yeah, guys, I've been on for almost an hour. It's an half an hour left until the team news will be dropped. But I think I'm going to end the stream soon because, as I said before, I'm doing a watch along later on. And yeah, some updated team news as well. Tierney is in the match squad. I don't know if he will start, but he's probably gonna be on the bench. Listening to what Arteta have said, they are not going to rush him, so I think he'll be on the bench, Tierney. But yeah, it's good. It's good. We need as many fit players as possible. We really do. What Social saying, think Martinelli and Jesus will help each other be in the first team for Brazil. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course, of course. I mean, you can already see the connection is there. Socially, they are interchanging with each other a lot, even on the pitch. When we were playing against Seville, sometimes Martinelli was the centre forward. Sometimes Jesus. They were interchanging. They had a very good link up with each other, and they seem to like each other. So I think they're gonna have a positive impact for Arsenal. But yeah, no, thank you, Social. Honestly, you've been here for an hour, have to listen to me. So thank you to you. Thank you to each and every one of you who tuned in today. And best of luck to the Arsenal. I'm looking forward to the game. I'm really excited. And as I said, I'm going to be on Twitch. I'm gonna do a watch along with Crab, and I will also jump onto Steven's channel as well. And hopefully, if we win, I will probably do a match reaction either later on tonight or I will do it tomorrow. But you will see, what's it called, a match reaction from me. King, would you look? King, you would look fire in the pink kit. That's interesting. A lot of people have said that because of my skin color, I would look very good in the pink kit. And you know, I don't know, it's growing on me. I've said that I won't buy it. Like my favorite one is the black one. I'm not gonna lie. That black kit for me is fire and with the gold font. If I'm gonna buy a kit, by the way, my birthday is 25th of August, so if anyone wants to buy me the kit, I'm joking, I'm joking, I'm joking. But yeah, I love the black kit. The pink kit is growing on me. I was thinking about buying it for the missus. I think it would look so good on her, the pink one. But yeah, I might buy one for her and one for me because I can't see myself buy three Arsenal shirts because they're so expensive. That's like 300 quid. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button, you subscribe to the channel, and you share the content. It's been a pleasure. I know it's been a long stream. I know everybody's excited. There's a lot of watch alongs. Everybody's making sure that their team is locked in on FPL. Oh yeah, I forgot. I haven't shared my team, my final team. I never shared it with you. So obviously, before I leave, I'm gonna have to share my team. So let me put it up here for you before I roll, and then enjoy your Friday. Let's see. Quickly, King's final team was. This is this is not it. It's probably been updated, but I got Sanchez in goal and I have Saliba instead in my starting 11. So I made them two choices. I just felt like because Saliba is one of my favorite players, and Raya's expected points were so low compared to Sanchez. I felt like, you know what? Let me go with uh, Sanchez instead of Raya, and hopefully it will be well. Is it close now? For sure, it should be. It should definitely be close. If I update my team, I don't think I'll be able to see it. Yeah, so it's locked in. You can see here the game is updating and will be available soon. So yeah, right now no one can make any changes to their team, and any changes that you make later on will be for game week 2. So I'm just gonna share with you one last thing before I leave. I had Saliba, but I see Tommy look possible, so took him out. Yeah, but I think, do you know what it is here right now? Because Saliba, he's been so good, and the fact that they want to keep him, and Tommy hasn't played in any preseason game, I can't see them benching him. And I'll keep him for a few weeks. I'll monitor the situation. If he's a starter, I'll probably keep him. If he is getting subbed off or doesn't start, then obviously I will have to get rid of him. But yeah, I'm just gonna share with you one last thing, and then I'm actually out, probably for the 10th time. But I promise you guys, you won't have to bear with me for so much longer. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, wrong page. Sorry. Let's get the right page up for you guys, and there it is. So I'm just gonna look at goalkeepers, and you're gonna see why I did change from Raya to Sanchez. And if we look at keepers at 4.5, you can see here Sanchez is higher than Raya, and he's expected to have more clean sheets and a higher return. Also, uh, Brentford are facing Leicester. You know, Leicester's attack with Harvey Barnes, Madison, Jamie Vardy, Patson Daka, Iheanacho, they can score goals. As much as Leicester had a bad season, they usually always score a lot of goals. They concede a lot, but that's not good for your goalkeeper. Then they have Man United, then Fulham, Everton, and Crystal Palace. Well, Brighton actually have a good defense. We saw last year they won against Man United 4-0, and they're facing Man United in the first game. Man United have some players out. So, yeah, let's see. Maybe it will be a good decision. Maybe it will be a bad decision. Maybe I will live to regret it. We will see when the game week 1 is over if I made the right decision or not. But social and each and every one of you who tuned in today, thank you so much for tuning into the show. As I've said before, make sure you share this content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and make sure you hit that like button. I'm out, and we'll see me later.